no way to talk to any fanatics that would dare do something like that and don't value human life the way most of us do around the world. So I agree with you, and I'm sure most people would agree with you, up to the point of saying, are you also saying that when it comes to interacting with any people that are suffering, who feel their voices have not been listened to, and yet who are living in an extreme form of fanaticism at a religious level, be it whatever religion it is, are you saying that from where you're coming from in Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings, that you see that there is a way to penetrate through the fanatical mindset and behavior and penetrate that?
You know, I have experience with recent work to reconcile Palestinian and Jewish Israeli in Plum Village. You know, at the beginning, when we are able to bring a number of Palestinians living in occupied territory, they are living in a very heavy pressure and violence of many Israeli soldiers, and they hate the Israeli soldier, and they said that no way, killer a killer, and violence is will be answered by violence. No way to excuse them, no way to forgive them, and etc. When they just arrive, and they arrive because they love Plum Village, and they think that here they can make propaganda about their voice. But then, after many days of practice of calming, like I am about to tell that to our listener, when you are angry, and I said that, don't express yet, go back to your breath, calming. And if you sit down and you cannot calm, you go out, you walk. And when you walk, you only go back to your breath and you make 2 steps, calm, calm, calm. Release tension, release tension, release tension. And sometimes when you are so angry, you can run. Calm, calm, calm. Because while running, you put out your energy. And after calming for a while, and then your mind is more calm and clearer, and you find a place and you sit down and you look deep. And you keep a distance of what happened, and you look deep into yourself at that moment, what happened in you, and so on. And then you were a little bit agitated, but and then you said something who caused him. And then you look deep into the other person that you are, the object of your looking. And then after that, you dialogue and you try to find a solution. So this is the same for these Palestinians. At the beginning, they think that there's no way. But I said that, okay, in a few days you have a chance to speak to them. But for now, try to touch God you. And so the practice in Plum Village is when you hear the telephone ring, you go back to your breath, calming, relaxing, 3 times before you pick up the telephone. When there is the bell sound, you go back. And they have done like that, calming, relaxing. And when they eat, they also request to come back to the food, not thinking of these Israeli who are terrorists for them. For them, they call the Israeli soldiers like terrorists. And I say, go back to your breath. And after 1 week, they feel calmer. And also the Israeli, when they saw Palestinians, they suffer a lot. Our Jewish Israeli are also victims of suicide bomber. And they have relatives who are killed, and they cry. And when they see Palestinians, they are frightened. They don't want to see them. But they practice also calming, and after a few days, and then they are calmer. And at the 5th day, I listen to the Palestinians with own their tragedy. And I listen to the Jewish Israeli on their tragedy. And I said that tomorrow I will arrange so both of you will sit together and you tell your story without judging, without condemning. And the Palestinian, I also advise that they tell their story, how unfair their brother, etc., have been shot by the Israeli soldier, but without judging, without condemning. And so after that, for a few days, they understood. The first time they hear the story of the other side without feeling that they are attacked. and the other side is the same. So both of them feel more tender, and then they start to understand that the other side have also God in them. They suffer, and we need to support each other. And so after that, they promise to go back to work together for a peace walk every week now in Israel. In Israel, they walk peacefully without banners, without posters, just walk. Every step is like a prayer.
How come do you think it is that peace is not popular, even if it's wanted? Why isn't it popular?
If peace is not popular because people are contaminated by a kind of mental food they eat every day. Mental food is what? According to Buddhist psychology, your body eat a kind of food that you chew, you eat every day. But your mind have other kind of food. Is what you hear, what you see, and then what you hear. If you look at the television with a lot of war and massacre and hold up and like in Bethlehem, like in here at Gaza, and then everywhere is violent assassination and Iraq and bomb and so on. So your mind is full of all these violent scenery, and then this scenery may provoke some of the hidden seed of violence in you, and so you have the tendency to say, all these evil demons, we kill them. And there is somebody who said that, kill all these terrorists. You cannot kill all these terrorists, because the terrorist can become an angel if you know how to understand, to listen to him, and know his suffering. And if you can undo the knot in him from a terrorist, he can become an understanding man and woman. And so your people are fed with all these violent image, and people are shouting, and sometimes some president of United States say a very, very violent speech, and it's water the seed of violence in a number of listeners, and say that he's right. We have to fight. We have to kill to the last terrorist. But realistically, how you can kill on to the last terrorist? Because if you kill one, there is 10 more terrorists will be born. Because you kill one terrorist, and his family, his sister, his brother, his whole nation will become terrorists. And so violence have more chance, because you eat every day with your mind, with what you look at the television. So the media are responsible for that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you.
Nice story of Palestinian and Jewish Israeli come together practicing peace, and at the end of the retreat they hug each other hand in hand. Every year we bring 20 of this side, 20 of the other side. The other day, it means the last August, we invite the CNN to come, television to come, but it's not spectacular enough. There is no 300 people massacred, so they don't come. They only come when there is massacre. But 20 Jewish and 20 Jewish Israeli and 20 Palestinian work together for peace. It's so beautiful. And at the beginning, they consider each other like enemies, like terrorists. Each other consider mutually like terrorists. But finally, they see that they are brother and sister, and they work together. It's so nice, but no television come to our place.
Well, not
we
yet,
invite
Sister
even
Chan
friends,
Khong.
even friends television, they don't want to come.
Well, it's rainmaking times here.
Okay,
and we'll be there on a television level. Just wait. Let me ask you this. Would you like to take some calls from listeners, Sister Chan Khong?
Sure.
Okay. All right, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuning into It's Rainmaking Time. This is a special broadcast segment of September 11th, 2004 at www.itsrainmakingtime.com. I'm Kim Greenhouse, and I'd love it if you would call in and address Sister Chan Khong at 1-877-625-3724.